Alright guys, look here. There's two right here. Right underneath the boat. They're just passing through. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reel it in. I'm going to reel my bait in. Okay, I'm going to pitch it out here about 10 feet. Let it fall. There comes my bait right there. See it? Let it fall. Come on, getting close. Come on guys. Here it comes. Alright, see him paying attention to it? He ran from it. There's three of them there. That's on the bottom. I shook it one, look, made a hop. Made a hop. See them there at it? They're checking it out, aren't they? Right here at the bottom. They're checking it out.
I thought they looked pretty big. At 25 foot, you know, it's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? I'm using a jig, hand-tied jig. Look, I can get my net, guys, because I don't have a 4-pound test. I mean, he nailed it too. When he hit it, it was thump. Thump. Oh, he's got it right here in the corner of his mouth. Now, I tied this little jig up the other night. Y'all know I tried out all kinds of little different things on them. Get y'all here where y'all can see. Gosh, you know, I'm talking about little hooks. Once you get a little hook in them, he got them, huh? This jig here is a silver body, gray tail. That's a nice fish, guys. He's fat. He's 2-pound fish. Hey guys, when the water's 45 degrees and it's 37, 38 degrees outside, they're all good. That's right, right?
All right, guys. See him coming in there. See these bass there on the bottom? Now you can see them right here.
Guys, I guarantee this is a bass too. What I'm doing basically is what they call in Tennessee is a doll fly, or I got a hair jig, but I tied it to a smaller hair jig. But I see these bass down here kicking around the bottom of this dock in deep water. I'm just putting this hair jig down there and dancing it around. 4-pound test, kind of like you would a Dominky rig. Or how you seen me, did you? He said, "Oh boy, I didn't like the looks of that thing. That guy, he ugly. Get away from him." Yeah, but I got you tied to me though. You're tied to me. All right, guys. Now I've been tying some jigs just for bass that look like a little menace. That's what I've been doing. And I got some bigger ones too. I had a bigger one on and I switched to the small one. But see, it looks just like a minnow. So that's a nice bass. Guys, I'm not after monsters. That's a nice fish. He's 13 and a half, probably 13 5/8. I'm not after monsters. I'm just trying to catch some fish. You come out here when it's probably 40 now. It's probably up to 40 now. You come out here when it's cold, you just want to catch fish. I don't know if I'm gonna get this one in or not, guys. He thinks he's mean. I don't have a 4-pound test. Like I say, I'm after catching bass off the bottom, right in front of these dock posts. He's a nice fish. All right, guys, look at that one. Look at that belly on him. Isn't he a nice one? He's fat. The reason I'm getting excited, guys, too, I'm catching them on my little minnow I tied up. I tied this up a couple nights ago. Isn't he nice? Sharing something with y'all, guys. I'm learning stuff all the time. I learn every time I go fishing. But I'm doing something different today that some of y'all probably never seen done. And last year I didn't do as much of this, but last year I caught quite a few bass on a jig, and I really didn't Didn't think much about it, but I was watching some guys from Tennessee the other day taught me fishing the minky rigs and stuff. And I thought, you know what? He's not a monster. He's about 13, and he's probably 13 and a half. Look at that belly on him. I even flipped around here. He's like a fat one. Yeah, a fat one. Guys, I was talking to y'all. Went to cut the camera off to show y'all some fish on the other camera. And look, see what I was talking about. Live action. I was just bouncing that little hair jig. It let it hit the bottom. I just bounced it. I mean, I bounced it pretty good. I bounced it up and let it fall. Bounced it, let it fall. And I went to pull it again, kind of like you would a spoon. I'm trying to think how to describe this to y'all. But that's basically what I'm doing. I'm kind of spoon. Kind of like you would a spoon. You know, I bounce it up and down, and they're hitting it like that. But guys, this makes the 5th bass I've caught since I started using this hair jig right there on the front of this dock. And I was going to do this haul, guys. I said I was going to tell y'all, and I didn't do it. I got a clock on my camera. Okay, it's been 45 minutes. 45 minutes I've caught 5 bass. Okay, now, what do you think? He's not a monster. He's fat though. He's probably 13 and a half. All right, guys, the very next cast after I lost one, got my spot lock off. You got to watch your spot lock, guys. If it goes to reposition you, I can see him. This is a spotted bass. If your spot lock goes to reposition you about the time the bass gets close to it, it'll cut your line off. It don't know, does it? Again, guys, I'm just using lake line and crappie rod. The last one was a lot bigger than the one I lost, guys, I'll tell you. Now, guys, the reason I'm roaming so much, and I'm telling you right now for this LiveScope, they're not everywhere. I've come from I started down on that point and come up through here, and I've seen a couple bass at that dock down there, and they wouldn't pay any attention to me. If I throw at them and they run, I go on. He's a little spotted bass. He's probably 13 and 7/8. All right, guys. Got another. I switched jigs. I'm gonna cut this spot lock off. I switched jigs. This is a jig I just tied last night. I wanted to try. I've tied up quite a few, and I'm just trying different colors. Oh boy. Again, you see I got a medium light rod, and I don't have a 6-pound test. And I didn't see the fish. I missed one at the boat dock. I seen them earlier. And I was reeling it back in, and I did see 2 fish move. I thought, wonder where my bait is. Your bait can be hard to find at times. Then I seen 2 fish moving fast, and I see my line move. That's how I knew this fish was on there. All right, let me tell you what, that's a nice spotted bass, guys. Spotted bass love these flies. Smallmouth do too, but you notice I've been catching largemouths also. So I mean, you know, I said that. I'm not trying to. What I'm trying to say, let me say it's a different way. Smallmouth. This all started on lakes with smallmouth, okay? You go back and guys do some research. This started off on Del Holla, lakes that had smallmouth in, okay? Then they found out that large spotted bass really hit him. He's a nice one. Look at that. Isn't he a nice one? That's a nice bass right there. Thank you, buddy. All right. Then they found out, people found, well, you know what? Spotted bass will hit those things too. They seem to like them. Your line always gets tired on something. And then, guys, you know, most of the fish I've caught a lot of largemouth. So here's the deal, though. I just tied this one last night. This is deer hair, okay, bucktail. I put a silver body on. I used red thread, guys. I think red thread give a little bit of red, like a gill look. But the gills, who knows? That's what I've done. All right, you see this? It's white with a gray back. I put just a little bit of gray on it. And I got Flashabou in it. And the Flashabou is green, okay? So it gives it a minnow look, doesn't it? Doesn't that look like a minnow? He thought it was. All right, guys. 2 casts later. I'm just random casting. I see the fish there now. See him right here? The one's on my line. I don't know where they came from. I didn't see him before I cast it. Look at him right here. See that one that's moving fast? Here he comes on top. He's on my hook. They're all the rest of them around me. Y'all have caught them before and they come back to the boat with you like that, and you tell your buddy, throw in there, throw in there. So you can see them right now, can't you? I didn't put my spot lock on, guys. I was afraid to at the time. This is a nice fish. There he comes. He's a nice fish. About the size of the last one. This is fun, and you're using a light line. I feel every head shake, every run like that. Just let him wear yourself out a little bit. Spots fight hard anyway, don't they? Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and put my spot lock on now. All right. If the wind blows me into that dock. I told y'all before, I watch how I run my spot lock when I'm fishing pretty close to a dock. Because I have noticed before, fish swim toward the boat and I see them turn and swim away, and I think that's what it is. They hear the spot lock, they hear the trolling motor. Wow, look at this one, guys. Gosh, that's a nice spotted bass. Woo! Alright, good. It's in the roof of his mouth too. That's where we want it. He nailed it before I even knew he had it. Alright guys, I didn't hurt him. It was in the roof of his mouth, so I just had to get a hold of it, and I didn't want to spend all my time y'all watching me do that. You know what I mean? Alright guys, there comes some fish back in. I don't know where my bait is. See him there? I hope my bait's close. I don't know where it's at. I cast it out in front of the boat. I didn't see the fish when I cast it. That's what I'm telling y'all. These fish are roaming, so I'm just casting and reeling. That's the thing, is finding fish and finding something interesting, biting, right? This makes, I don't know, 4 I caught here out of this bunch. Oh boy, he's putting a hammer on me. That's why I come to the back of the boat, get away from the trolling motor, because it's on spot lock. You don't want to reel them into your trolling motor, guys. And that's because oops, he just spit a shad or something out. See here floating on the water? He did. Buddy, you don't have to. He spit out a real shad because he ate a fake one. He's finally wore you out. He ain't as big as the rest of them. Well, he's a pretty good one though. But what do you think? What do y'all think? Are we having fun yet? Alright guys, look at that. Don't let somebody tell you gotta have a great big old bait to go out and catch fish. In the wintertime when that water's cold, you don't have to have a great big bait. Hey folks, we caught some fish on the hair jigs, didn't we? Now before I share this with you, I fished with these hair jigs one day and caught like 5 or 6 bass on them one day, and I ran out of time. So I went back today. That was the first of the week, and we had a little cold spell. Guys, I got back out today and caught a few more on them, okay? So, if you notice, because somebody's going to say, well, he had different clothes on. Yes, that's why. I've done this in two trips, okay? And today I was out most of the day, but I made a video about something else too, okay? But anyway, this is what I was stone. Alright, this one is white, olive, green Flashabou. I put silver bodies on them. This is on a head I bought at Walmart. It's called a little swim bait head. It's 1/16. Alright, this is a 1/16 also. And it's white, and look, it's got feathers in it. I had 2 feathers on it, one on each side, and I put the curl of the feathers in. Alright? That's what I was using. And what I was doing, guys, I was running deep docks. Go out in front of deep docks. The docks were 22 to 25 foot. And on the LiveScope, every once in a while, if I could find them, the bass were laying back behind the post, sometimes back 2 posts. Well, I didn't try to skip back into those posts. I'm using 4 6-pound test. I'm telling you, the 4-pound test got more bites than the 6. The thing with these jigs, they're light. The light line lets them fall better, makes it more natural, and the fish can't see your line because the water's pretty clear for this lake. It's about as clear as we've been for a long, long time. I would pitch to the front of the boathouse. As the jig would fall, every once in a while, I just pull a little bit. Not hard, I just lift the line. So what that would do this, okay? Then I let it fall again. Guys, I was hitting it on the fall. If I let it fall to where I think it's 12 or 15 foot, then I would just pop it, make it do like that in the water, and I start reeling it. Okay, and every once in a while I have to shake my rod. Because I want to do this in the water every once in a while. I wanted to look like it was injured, easy meal. Also, I was trying to find rocks or outcropping rocks on bluffs and stuff, and I would do the same thing. Any cover I could find, I was working around. If I could spot a fish or two and see what depth they are, that would help me. But this worked good pitching around docks. So guys, you know, we pitch flukes around docks. We pitch a lot of plastic baits around docks in the summertime, don't we? And you know, a lot of times if that thing sinks is when you get nailed. When the water is 46 degrees, guys, this is a great thing to use. Good cold water bait. Now, guys, some people use these up north in Tennessee. It's real famous for the floating fly. They use the same type of jig, but they put it under a float. That's not what I was doing. I was just pitching it, okay, as you've seen. But maybe one day we'll use the float to the floating fly. The purpose of the float is control the depth of the bait. All right? Hey, my name is Dennis, guys. Fishing Lake Country. Sharing something else with you guys. I had fun. They caught fish. That's what it's all about, right? Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank you for hitting the like button, guys. Comment. I'll comment back to you. I'll try to comment back to everybody. And we'll see you next time on Fishing Lake Country.